Imagine you already have some experience in working out in the gym, but for some reason you have to skip the gym for a while. Maybe it's work, maybe it's some kind of medical issue that you have, but you have to take a break from the gym for a while. But after all that hard work, or like all that, whatever the thing is, you finally got the time and decided to get a gym membership again. You were excited on the first day. You remembered how strong you were before you got into like any of these job or medical issue that you have gotten yourself into. But now you're ready. You're feeling like you're super fresh right now. You're ready to conquer any hard things that's gonna come up into your face. So you go to your favorite exercise, which is the bench press. You have that big ass ego in your head. Say, oh wow, I'm probably having this 1 year rest, so I'm gonna be stronger than last time. Some YouTubers said that the longer the rest you get, the stronger you get, so maybe right now I can even bump up the weight to 10 kilograms. So you put in your PRs and decided that, okay, I'm just gonna wrap this shit. Come on. You push up the bar and then, oh shit. Huh. I can't even push up the bar. Oh shit. Yeah. I'm just ask someone to spot me for it, okay? Just gonna, okay. Hey man, can you spot me for something? So you got a spotter. They lift up the weight for you. You're, oh, okay, ready. And then you can't even control the negative. Whoa. The weight fucking crushed onto you, and now you die. Rip, you die. I'm just kidding. But you see, yeah, you have been resting for a while. So now if you still have that big ass, fat ass ego, like the version that I imagined yourself to be, like there in the first part of the video, what if you just train like how you were just stepping foot into the gym for the first time? Because you should drop your ego down to actually get stronger in a shorter period of time. So I did talk about dropping your egos firstly. What even is an ego? And why did I title this video that if you have been taking a break for a while, you should drop your ego down and train later? Am I this? Am I saying that you shouldn't train hard anymore? You should only train light. And now, like, if you're a newbie coming back to the gym, if you're always experienced, like you even have 5 years of experience, but now you just come back to the gym, you shouldn't train hard at all. You shouldn't go and get your gains because I'm gonna catch you up and exceed you because I'm giving you advice. You not train hard right now, so I can exceed you in the future. Well, not exactly. I'm just looking out for you here right now. So okay, what is ego lifting? Basically, ego lifting is lifting with an ego that is even bigger than the weight you can handle right now. So basically that could mean that the ego here could mean as egotistical. I'm not talking about the ego as a whole, like maybe ego as a whole, just ego by itself. The meaning is self, like how you expect yourself to be. And right now, maybe if you have dropped and take a break for a while from working out, maybe now you're just coming back from the gym. Maybe your ego still identifies you as a strong, fucking high testosterone man that used to bench 100 kilograms just yesterday. That's perfectly fine. Like, people have egos there and then. If not, like, people can't really even get confidence. Like, a lot of people said, fake it till you make it. That advice works sometimes, but in a physical sense, you need to take care for how your body is right now so that you don't get injured, like having that big risk compared to you just satisfy your ego. If the risk of actually hurting yourself is higher than the ego of yours, then I think you shouldn't really take it. Especially health, like, is the most valuable thing to human life. If you're sick for whatever reason, the only thing you would wish for is to be healthy again. And when you're healthy, you could have like ambitions like I want to be big, I want to be rich, I want to retire my family, all the things like that. But health is the pinnacle of human needs. Basically, if you don't have health, you have nothing. So if the risk of ruining your health is higher than your ego, don't take it. And this applies to a lot of physical sense. Like right now, your ego says that, oh, I'm that fresh gym person. Like some old man saying like, oh, back in my days, I used to bench 405. And then, yeah, you youngsters are weakling. Something like that. That is their ego up there. They're still looking at themselves as the person who benched 405. But okay, I'm not discouraging having an ego here. If you have an ego that you deserve to have, like if you just bench 100 kilograms yesterday, I would encourage you to have that ego so that you can like, okay, I am the person who will bench 100 kilograms, so I want to grow myself into the person that will bench 110 kilos. That was totally fine. But if you have an ego that you don't deserve right now, like right now, that ego is from the version of you years ago. Now you have to drop the gym or drop what you're doing for whatever reasons. Now you're down here. It's like having a dishonest version about yourself. Like sometimes if you fake it till you make it, it will work on the mental, physical, logical side. And maybe like, okay, I'm a chat, I can talk to that girl. And then if that success bar is sometimes like a yes or a no, like it won't be something that your physical sense can really dictate 100%. It could have to be dictated by the emotional sense of someone else or something like that, or like have some external factors. Then that could work. But right now, if physical sense, both of the physical sense, you're down here, you're up here, and you face yourself, you thought you're up here, then you actually gonna try stuff like the people that are gonna be up here. So you're gonna more likely to get injured. So that is basically ego lifting, is that you're having a higher perspective to yourself compared to what your physical self can handle right now. So you do activities that your imagination, like your older version of self, can handle, thinking that the version of self today can handle, but they can actually not. In short term, basic turn off your brain meaning that ego lifting is lifting something that you can't really control. Something too heavy that you can't control, some kind of movement that you can't really do yet, all that stuff. That is ego lifting. So we know what ego lifting is. So what is the right path to go about when you know that ego lifting is a thing? And what would usually happen when you just make a comeback? Why can't you just lift like you were 2 years ago? You have proper rest. Like I said before, like resting is a very important aspect when it comes to lifting so that your muscle can actually recover and become stronger. Well, the thing here is, it's like muscle is like us humans as well. If we get into the zone, we got into something productive that we do, and we're really focused about it, we usually are just going to the zone, working for 1 hour, 2 hours straight with no thoughts in our mind, and then we can just keep pushing out. But as soon as we're done, maybe if we procrastinate a little bit, we just scroll in there, we're more likely to drift off that zone, and then we're more likely to be lazy. The same goes to our body. Like maybe right now you're in the lock-in mode, and your body is still in the lock-in mode also, but slowly, day 1, you have to do work, day 2, day 3, until like 1 week's passed, 2 weeks passed, you haven't really trained yet. It's basically you are scrolling a little bit on the internet when you're in the middle of a studying session for college, maybe. At that point, you're having a brain thought that maybe thoughts start to go back into your brain to start to think again. You don't have that zone mode anymore. And you just start to drift off, not doing what you were doing before, and actually procrastinate a little bit. It's basically the same to our body. Our body just goes into rest mode, saying, oh, we don't need to work hard anymore. They realize that. They realize that now their life is comfortable. Now, with your living condition, you are sending the signals to your body is that, oh, okay, right now we don't really need you to do high intensity activities anymore because I have work or I need to fully recover my body if I have an accident and I broke my leg, something like that. So you need to prioritize on actually doing that first before even thinking about growing muscle. So now your body has a whole different priorities. It's that they will recover your body or focus on work, focus on mental cognitive or something like that. So the same goes here. Now it goes down like that, goes down to a certain point, you come back. Now you're at this point. You're not at up higher at this point anymore when you were at your peak. Now you were down here. So you need to train equivalently when you're down here. It's not like you're going to lose all your strength, but you have to work your way back up into your baseline. It's what I mean. Maybe right now you're not in a lock-in mode and I tell you to do 5 work right away without any thoughts on your mind. You can't really do it. You have to slowly climb up back. Just do some simple equation and then slowly turns into another equation, and slowly climbs up like that. Then you start to get back into the lock-in mode. So right now, after you have been skipping the gym for quite a while for whatever reasons, maybe you are not as strong as before because your muscle is basically in rest mode. Your form is not as stiff and as on point as before because you haven't really doing this movement for a while. and a lot more external factors. Maybe you got new gym membership, you're not really used to the air of the world here a bit, but you have to work slowly. Maybe you need to learn about your forms before, feel how the muscle moving, use a moderate weight for around a bit of time. Slowly do the things that makes you climb back up to your peak. As right now you were doing. Just do the process that makes you climb up to your peak again with this session. But another side point here is that the amazing thing here is maybe it will take you a very long time to reach your peak because you haven't reached here before. But right now, like your baseline just drops out. Muscle memory is a thing. Something that you have achieved before and you would achieve it again would feel way easier than to achieve something new. Like right now, maybe the process of going up in the past for you just goes like this. But right now, to climb back up, it will go like this until you reach your peak. And then it will go back to the trajectory of what you did in the past before to reach the peak that you haven't reached before. So muscle memory is a real thing. And I believe that if you just stick to the fundamentals, just stick to moderate weight, slowly learns back everything up, you would get back to your peak version of yourself, assuming that your health is still fine, that your hormone still works great, you don't have any other health issues that's going to affect your performance. It's going to skyrocket up until you reach your peaks before in just about 1 month to 2 months, maybe even less than that. Then you will slowly climb back up to like the old fundamentals you used to have. But what would happen if you just cannot drop your ego down and just listen to it? Just train recklessly like the version I imagined yourself to be the main character of in the first part of the video. So, well, basically in the first part of the videos, I have already explained all the cons in like a story timeline, something like that. So I'm just gonna go through it a bit of basic terms here, like just scientific term. One is that you will not have a proper workout. Like usually if you use a weight that you can't really control yet, if you just climb back up like the normal trajectory, like I said before, to climb back up to your old peak, then you would control that weight with an ease. But right now, if you just cannot drop your ego and just pick the weight that you used to did before, and then you just spam it, fuck yeah, or something like that, then yeah, I think one, you can't really lift that weight up. Two, your form is not really on point, so you can't really train the muscle that you want to train in the first place. Three, your chances of injury will increase more. You may even hurt yourself so much that you have to quit the gym as a whole, right there. So right now you're weak, fragile, easy to injure, and then you just increase that chance of all those things to rise up. Negative feedback which just comes into you like, oh, okay, I can't really lift this weight. Oh, this exercise doesn't even feel that great. Oh, and I'm so weak in the gym and people make fun of me and stuff like that. You start to have negative thoughts into your mind. Oh, okay, maybe the gym wasn't for me after all. Maybe after I've been quitting for this long, my body has turned to like this, like that. You start to make excuses. Now you listen to excuses more likely because you're not in the momentum that much. Maybe you're more likely to just quit your job, like quit what you're doing, and go eat a bag of chips when you're not fully in the work mode yet, compared to when you like have no thought in your mind. You say, oh, I'm just gonna do this anymore. I don't care about anything else. I'm just gonna finish my job first, and then I can do whatever the fuck I want. Then you are less likely to eat that bag of chips because right now the only thing that matters to you is the job in front of you. So you start to do it more. So right now, if you have a negative feedback loop of the chance of you just quitting until you actually quit for real, and at this point, it's non-saving anymore. If you're still at action, it's still savable. It still can be adjusted. You can still fix it in time. But if you're already quit, then yeah, it's not gonna be good. So basically, if you just listen to your ego, you're more likely to get injured, you're more fragile, your workout doesn't work as well, and you're more likely to quit. That's all cons, there's no pros on there from what I'm seeing. Oh, unless you're like a fucking monster or like you undercalculate your strength in the past and your ego actually meets the ego version of yourself right here, just that you have to train harder a bit more, then good for you. You can start to just go trajectory, just go up like that, and yeah, good for you. But for 99% of the viewers here, I don't recommend you just follow your ego's value like that. Just slowly climbs up. It will not take long for you to reach your peak back again. Like I said, assuming that your hormone still works well and you don't have any other medical issue, you will climb back up to your peak in no time. So in conclusion, the title said it for itself. You should drop your ego and train lighter when you're making a comeback. Not only you will start to feel your muscle better, get back into the zone that you were in before. If after you have been dropping out of that weight for a while, you need some time to get used to what you were doing before, to actually getting stronger, get better at the form you were forgetting at the past, getting less fragile, and actually getting the zone into the gym and actually enjoying this process. Like I said, this process will not take too long. You will slowly get back your muscle size, your strength, and your enjoyment in the gym in no time. And around 1 to 2 months should be the sweet spot, but if you have elite genetics, it will take even shorter. And if you just train and follow your ego, you will get the reverse effect of everything. If you just do it right and drop your ego down, you are more likely to get injured, your exercise will not feel great, you will have a negative feedback loop, and the worst is you are more likely to injure yourself. Or maybe you have already injured yourself, just that you don't know about it. So drop your ego down if you're just making a comeback. And if you want to make a new refresh, or you're just a newbie on this fitness journey in the first place, I have 3 free workout routines for you in the description down below that you can just click on it, download the app that pops up, and click the link again. Those 3 links will give you 3 free workout routine, different workout routine that can be formed into a whole routine, push-pull legs, for you to start your fitness journey right away or to restart your fitness journey right away. But if you want an advanced version and every single knowledge of mine packed into one place, top link in the description down below is my Aesthetic Max protocol for only the price of under 5 personal training sessions. That's it for today's video, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.